And welcome, Dota fans from the world over. We're ready to get on into this one. Whether you're staying up late in Europe, you're waking up early in Southeast Asia or China, it's all going to be coming to you right now. Lyrical and Trent. Trent, how you doing? You excited about this? We got some weird-ass heroes to end off the night.
Yeah, I got to see the OD coming in. Not what I was anticipating. Happy to see this hero once more here, especially by Somnus, of course.
Oh, yeah. No, that's the big change up. I'm going to try my very best to not say Devourer throughout the entire course of the game. Of course, the Destroyer hasn't really been in the meta, I feel like, since that first round of it. But I did like what Winter said at one point, which was that he feels like it's a hero to break through big tanky guys, right? And if there's one thing that we've seen in this meta, it's that you get big tanky strength heroes, put them up front and center, and then lay into them. And I mean, also into the Terrorblade, you love to play against that.
Yeah, we got a bit of a problem going on here. It's, heroes getting a little bit too big. We got some hearts coming out. We got blade mails. It's time to find some final answers here. And of course, the Phoenix is another great reason behind that too. We're losing out on a lot of the percent-based damage these days. Phoenix still having that is great. And of course, you got BB Heroes your own for the heal, as we look to battle it out here in the river.
Yeah, looking for it already. Stormstormer up front and center, and they're just going to have to back away with everybody else. FY and Chalice running up towards the top side. But it is an interesting decision where we've seen a lot of Phoenix in the first phase, but they're running it now on Chalice here in this game. What do you think it is that they like about this Phoenix pick in this particular one?
I think we had Whisper as well, right? Also trying some core Phoenix. It's been, well, it's a little popular. I think a lot of it just comes down to how the Doom can work. Like this whole idea of like starting the draft out with the flex and everything is very nice. And they see at the end, like, okay, this is the time to go for it. Like Doom can, like Insane was mentioning, still offer a lot out of the support role with all the changes to his ultimate. So we're going to be looking to try and like target that specific hero with the, Doom. Usually we upgrade to 2.0. This is like Doom 0.8.
Okay.
It's not quite there. You can get back to Doom 1.0 with a couple levels.
Right.
But you have this nice Phoenix. It's all those things that we've talked about, this idea of like having the Sunray and how powerful it can be when you're getting levels, when you're a core hero, you're just going to get more and more benefits out of that. Plus, on top of that, this whole idea of tanky heroes, Phoenix, great Spirit Vessel hero. So able to do that in the core role, plus get the earlier levels onto the egg. Definitely still a bit risky, of course. There's a reason not a lot of people play this hero in the off lane, because if you mess up one of those supernovas, it's slightly out of position, you lose a core pretty fast in a team fight.
Totally. No, it's a very risky proposition, no doubt about that one. We are already seeing a little bit of the issues that you run into playing against an OD in the mid lane. You could see Stormstormer getting a couple of denies here and there. You got to watch out for that one. But yeah, I want to see up top here how they're able to contend with just sort of the spam of harassment that's going to come out, because it's mass magic damage against the Terrorblade. Usually that feels pretty freaking good. As down bottom, getting some good damage out there. Gonna bring down Jiaming low, but not quite a kill. Lul gonna turn on the Katomi. He tries to punch him a few times. It ends up being indeed a kill to the skeletons. Pretty nice. Oh, Skelly boys.
Run them down. Okay. Get some hits on the tower after as well. And they go again immediately. Oh, this is getting some nice early damage here.
Is that enough? No, not quite. Had Fairy Fire still too. It's perfectly fine. And
you saw that tower armor,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
Well, bit of a nice start down bottom for Entity. What you want to see if you are a fan of theirs indeed, and Gabby getting off to a good start. He has been like the difference maker for me in so many of these games. I feel like he has really been able to pull together the Entity lineup.
I mean, we were casting the qualifiers when they made their way here in Western Europe, and we just kept giving Gabby MVP because he just kept crushing games. And like, we wanted to give it to other people, we couldn't even do it.
Yeah, no, totally. Well, we'll see how this one ends up going. As down bottom, there's more action going on. Tiaming further trouble, ends up dying again. Gabby, another kill. I feel like, I mean, he's not even controlling the little skeletons, right? They're doing their own thing and getting these kills.
Jeez, I mean, they were concerned about the aggression of this duo there on the panel of Wraith King and Grimstroke, wondering, can they actually use it? Because, Alchemist and Wear to the right, they can get some high damage going, but this is just one of those classic situations in a lane where if you get those first kills, I mean, you got a Muerta running back from base. I mean, that's creating upsets here. That means you're getting control over the creeps. You don't have to battle over the camps nearly. It's like not nearly as hard, right? Muerta's just not contesting you.
Right.
So the whole lane just keeps going more and more in your favor as they do manage to pick up that Doom.
Yeah, that one is a nice little combination. You anticipate with these metamorphoses, you're going to be able to find a couple kills here and there, taking down the Doom. Want to see where he decides to go next if he just comes back to lane. As Stormstormer continues to be bullied back here, 21 and 5 on Somnus as he clips the wave, and he's going to throw a couple hits there, get his last hits all denied out. He's having a great laning stage.
I mean, he's got the heal amplification aura here. So FY's got to be up here helping out, right? You know,
That's fair.
I kind of miss the like non-stop spamming heal spell. Now having it to 60 mana and 10-second cooldown. No,
I mean,
how practical and not nearly as obnoxious.
no, it's true. I mean, it's still pretty nice if you get that big burst heal to turn a fight around or something. But yeah, one of those things to watch for there. They have somewhat been able to stop the bleeding at the bottom lane, but you can see the key point is that it's still a lot of control of this lane being held by Entity.
And despite all of that, though, the last hits on loose are looking fine.
Yes, some of those are going to be
Doing all right for an alchemist, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yes, obviously, some of them are indeed the skellies,
Right.
thankfully. But nonetheless, I mean, he is top of the net worth. Of course, it's an alchemist, so we always get to take it with a bit of a grain of salt. But it is still the goal. He's probably going to get his Radiance before Gabby, one would hope.
Up top.
That is if Gabby goes more of that build.
Watson getting gone on here. Slowed down. They make a rotation over with Fishman. Katomi bringing the noise. And they will be able to force FY back. So keeping their Terrorblades safe for now. Want to make sure that Watson doesn't get pushed out too early here.
They're so non-threatening on these side lanes right now. Like, I'm not really worried about any rotations from these Radiant heroes.
No Icarus dive, so he accepts his fate. Yeah, no, totally. They really don't do that much.
Like, you saw FY, like, kind of, it's like, oh, I escaped. I'm by the Twin Gate. It's like, can he make any play going through that Twin Gate? Probably not. Ooh, but look, Timming up top waiting for this play. Can they do something about it?
They're close, wanting to get the finish. A little bit more damage is what they need, but they does manage to dodge the dead shot. It's enough. He gets the kill. All right, FY making it happen. Now, Tiame, he might be in a little bit of trouble himself as they move in and bring him down. So 6-1, a very punchy back and forth game.
Wow, that was so clutch to get that kill into the tower there. That could have been a complete disaster. I mean, it's not amazing, of course, for Azure, but at least you get something back, 6-1.
Yeah.
And I see in the mid lane, we got some creep shenanigans happening here while Stormstormer's running all the way up top here with this level 6.
Make something happen. Chalice gonna be bullied.
Oh, hello, FY.
All right, sees him there. Immediate dive. Chalice trying to escape. The stun will follow up. Stormstormer right on him, but able to back out. And in fact, FY gets the kill on the Fishman. And then he just runs away. The speed creep. That was not the rotation Entity wanted.
Radiant's middle tower.
The fact that he just TPs in, there's two heroes there, like, what a save for Chalice there to get that dive.
Yeah.
No punish available there. And he is going to keep going, of course, for the Wisdom Rune, though. And Chalice not expecting it. FY might be there, though. The Stormstormer looking for this steal.
Does have.
He should get this, as long as he does the timing.
The Infernal Blade. Looking
All right, swing
for it.
El Toro!
Oh, he gets it!
He got it!
Get a little taunt heading out of there. Can he kick him away? Oh no, he tried to kick him back the other direction. Did not work. TP out. Does he have a way to break it? Oh, the dead shot. What? At the last second. Oh my God. Oh. Oof. Swing and a miss there.
Who got hit those?
2-6. Still very back and forth as it's an Alp that's getting very farmed down here on the bottom side. Although he did miss one creep back there behind the tree, it looks like.
I'm scared that he's only 10 gold behind a Wraith King. Well, sorry, he was 10 gold ahead. Now he's just straight behind a Wraith King. I was trying to get it out there, and the Wraith King just jumped right over him. This is not looking good. I might not have been right about who gets the Radiance first at this rate.
Yeah, and in fact, if they find this kill too, another rotation in for the finish. Chalice, you do not want to be here,
Phoenix.
sir. The
Hi.
silence comes out, although he's still staying alive here for the moment. You have level 6 on Gabby. Fishman turns with the stun. No, Chalice drops. Oh, man. They just keep fighting Gabby. Gabby still has reincarnation. Turns, stuns. FY wants to chase. I don't think that they have enough, although the dead shot's there. So they do manage to burn through the ulti. Gabby now says, I will fight a little more. But as Tianming moves in, that finally stops the aggression. But all this space made, Watson's free farming.
I guess in all of this, there is one downside, and that is Stormstormer's game on this Earth Spirit, right? Like, yeah, it's not looking too hot.
Is he dead again? Oh, came back in. Wait, they gave up on the kill. Gabby turned over to the other angle. Oh, that was a mistake. Unfortunate. Thought he had the kill.
I think they were that worried about the rotation from Somnus too. Oh, they missed the stun.
Stun, chase, look for more. FY there. Oh, the big drop of the hammer. And now Stormstormer starts to fall himself. Azure Ray, they're fighting back, but with Watson moving in and having metamorphosis, 9 heroes in the bottom lane at 9 minutes. This is the type of Dota you want to see. They punch now onto Gabby. No, he doesn't have the ulti. They find him, the banish, but the self-stun. He gets caught. Gabby will go down. Wow.
Tried some tread swapping, but it wasn't enough in the end there. Oh, man. The initial retreat there, too, respecting the possibility of the OD making the play down there. And they got a little greedy there. Maybe if they hit that initial stun, maybe Stormstormer makes that happen. They could have tried to fall immediately onto Somnus, but they don't get that. Kind of a dream situation. 4 heroes just running into you while you're unstunned as an OD. And you can just drop a Sanities and start swinging. Also, immediately going for the Witchblade build here, too, from Somnus, which I really like.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. Not deciding to go the route that we've seen OD for a very long time go, which was the Meteor Hammer build. I think that's what most people would be familiar with. That makes you want to rage quit your pubs. But this feels like it's got some other strength to it, too, that's going to be terrifying to play against, as Watson in particular later.
Yeah, it's certainly not completely gone. There's still people who are attempting it in pubs and going for that build, but it's played, you know.
Yeah.
That hammer's pretty sad these days.
Right. Well, 10 minutes and still only a slight gold lead with their Alchemist on Lul, as Gabby is still just denying creeps in his face. Drop down the calling. Nothing doing. Has not been able to hit these dead shots.
And that is another issue too here with the support duos. They really just do not do anything with those like power spike early levels.
Right.
I mean, I guess it's not necessarily incredible on the Dire side, but at least it's something. You know, maybe you can go for a soulbind play somewhere. Venge has a swap and smoke. You know, yeah, actually it's pretty good. You swap into smoke. That's nice. You know, try and open up somebody on the map. I look at these two heroes between a Doom and a Muerta, and they are just mad chilling. They're just trying to like pick up the scraps, like the sweepings on this farming factory, and just hoping for something that their other cores aren't taking.
Oh yeah, no, and it's going to be really tough. FY going for the old school build with this Doom, the Tranquils with drums. But I don't know how much he's going to be able to get done. They drop the Doom down, though. Find it onto Stormstormer. Does have help with Katomi nearby. Still with the slow burn down and Phoenix ulti. It's more than enough. Katomi says, I don't want to be here anymore. He knows that he's not going to be able to escape, though. So Azure Ray makes some solid rotations and get the kills.
Yeah, great dive ahead there from Chalice to stop the roll as well. Made sure they were going to get something out of that Doom. 8-9, a bit of a gold lead. And a quick old Dragon Lance there, as you can see on the stats. Thank you very much.
Double damage.
It's getting off to a good start. But so too is OD. Somnus is kind of enormous right now. Highest level in the game, highest net worth. It's going straight into a BKB. He wants to be a puncher. As FY found, drops the magnetize, knows that there's no Doom, knows that there's no egg. Don't know if it's going to matter as the Sunray comes out, but they get the silence off, and, well, further stuns coming in. Fishman finds him, but then the mana allergy dropped down. Stormstormer trying to escape. He's going to take so much damage from this ulti as Fishman hoping to get out of there. Stormstormer will not die to the DOT. And Somnus still on the hunt. Fishman dying maybe where Katomi just went down. As the stun tries to walk away, couple more hits. They're thinking about going for more. Everybody's showing up. They're a little bit late to the party, but it might be enough for the kill. Somnus so much stats on his hero that ends up gaining him, and now the self-stun onto Lul. They stuck around too long. Entity shows up with numbers and punishes.
Yeah, I gotta say, Tianming, cost them a little bit there. He spent that entire fight with just 0 mana. I mean, he's just running around the whole time, but he finally gets a dead shot off and he misses it. Like, he's showing some of the weaknesses of the support, frankly, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's expensive. I mean, look at this. He's got 190 on the calling, 140 on the dead shot, and it's a 12-second cooldown. It's going to be 10 seconds soon, but he has no mana to support it. And it's cost them in several situations already where things could have been a lot better. And as I said, of course, the Arcanes come out. He picks up 2 Lotuses. He gets a Mango.
Yeah.
He just finished off a Clarity, so I think he knows. I mean, I don't want to rub salt in the wound. He's well aware.
He's preparing for the Lanham talk afterwards.
Yeah. That's like, wash your face with this mana.
Katomi is going down to steal away the Wisdom Rune and all the insanity that's been happening. This is going to be a nice pickup for Entity. As also should be noted, so many stacks being built up for the Entity team. The extent to which they're going to be able to take them is a little bit rough. Maybe even you think about like magnetizing them or something as Earth Spirit, but there's a lot of gold in the coffers.
As long as it goes to your team.
Oh yeah.
That is the main goal, of course.
Yeah, they're going to start taking it now. Watson already on it.
All right, here we go. Fishman with the big smoke. What's he got? Can Tianming break this up here? Lurking in the trees. They don't know this Muerta's here.
Swap immediately with the silence. Doesn't get ulti off. Ooh, but the dead shot. That was good. Is it good enough? Gets the stick off. And with the supernova, it actually might be good to turn this. Gabby now in trouble. Still has reincarnation. Blade Mill ready. Fishman throws out the stun onto Chalice. Now the skeletons spawn, the roll in from Stormstormer. This magnetize is going to do so much damage, but will he be able to get away? The Doom is already down. They might need to go for the deny. So, oh, Watson, what a team player.
Joshua, that you?
Yeah, right?
Throwing out the helpful thunders here. Oh, instant smoke, though, from the Radiant. They have this fresh Radiance
Okay.
from Lu. They want to get in here. 25 seconds till an ulti. Catches somebody weak. Oh, you got greedy on the farm, and he just rolled, too.
Yeah, he's gone. No way to get away from that one. And Azure, they won't check the Ancients, but playing together, they're starting to build up a little bit of a lead.
Oh, Fishman, perhaps again. Nope, not going to get seen there. Thank you, Nighttime.
Dude, they're just running it. Like, 9 heroes again down bottom. Well, Watson just AFK farms. So they're killing Katomi. They're probably going to push this tower, but they will have a Terrorblade problem eventually.
And have to give credit where credit's due there to Tianming, of course. Lurking in that tree line before all of this started, that dead shot was super clutch.
Oh, yeah.
Taking the save onto Lu, he then gets the Radiance after. They smoke, they chase, they get Stormstormer again, who's still having a terrible time. That's a mid-Earth Spirit, folks, on the net worth chart, in case you're showing up a little bit late here.
Yeah, it doesn't have much in the tank at all. Now, they did Reflection this one. They're going to get the deny on the tower, bringing in numbers. And it looks like Azure, as soon as they see that Terrorblade show up, everybody evacuates.
Yeah, there's some farm coming in on these other lanes. A double wave up top into the neutral camp here for Lu. Oh, he's skyrocketing. Remember when he was around this Wraith King? He's about to get out of control. Between all the farm up top here, having this Radiance, and all this attention being focused down bottom from Entity.
Gabby falling low, but no, manages to get out. Stormstormer hits onto both.
Yo.
Big connection. Forces out that supernova, and a free kill on the Muerta. Roll in.
got him.
Get him again. A chance. Oh, he's able to escape for the moment. Can Stormstormer chase him down? They actually threw the Inkswell onto the illusion, and a nice kickback by Stormstormer.
Yeah, cool play, the no risk chase there of the illusion. You know, just in case maybe there's a backup there. Of course, there's a lot of vision happening here. You know, they got a Doom showing in the mid there. Stormstormer might run into Lu here. She does not want to, I'll tell you that much.
I feel like he's gotten the most value out of an Earth Spirit Trusty Shovel that I've seen in a while. It just keeps like eating up those salves over and over again on Stormstormer.
He's making great use of them.
Exactly.
That is for sure. He's taking lots of damage.
Lu shows up top, throws the stun onto Gabby, but won't try and make any extra play. Feels like we might have found a little bit of a lull in the gameplay for a moment, as Azure just trying to get into these next items. Do have the BKB now done on Alk.
And same thing with Somnus too, right? So they're hitting a big timing here together. feel like they can sort of take any fight on the map, honestly, because if you have this BKB on the Alk as well as the OD, there's no way you're dealing with Egg. So if they choose the place to fight, like if they just want to go and park at Roche, camp it out there, maybe, you know, do some s'mores or something, some tinfoil dinners. You ever do tinfoil dinners?
Yeah, I love those things.
Yeah, see? Boom. Yeah, somebody else knows what I'm talking about here. Yeah, they're just gonna camp it out. You know? Yeah, I'm not gonna go fight double BKB and Egg. That doesn't sound like a good idea. I don't think I'm ever killing that Egg.
Right. Well, and, I mean, there's a couple big items coming up for Entity soon too, right? You've got the Scotty that's going to be done on Terrorblade. That makes the fights against Alchemists so much better. And I mean, with that said, I do wonder if Azure are going to try and make a move collectively to put the pressure on, or if they're content just continuing to farm, because they, you know, do have Midas now on Phoenix. It does feel like there's going to be some scaling out of them.
Yeah, I mean, it is Phoenix too, one of the best Midas heroes in the game for sure. Just experience so incredibly important on this hero, and does suffer from some of those like Brewmaster effects of just like items aren't always the best because you can't use them in the clutch situations because sometimes you're just in an Egg. Right. Thankfully, the Shard's solving so many of those problems these days.
But
in terms of just being so useful during Egg,
this is the fight that I think Azure are really hoping for. A big timing for them with a couple of items. Will Entity sniff this out? Stormstormer, Illusion Room. They find him. Oh no! Oh, that's not what they wanted. They thought it was the real. It wasn't the real. And now they're in a very strange spot. They just got Radiance done on Gabby too. Dude, what an illusion. And now the swap back. They find him. FY caught and killed. Are they going to try and go for more? Jump forward, stun, connect on the both. Watson's up on the high ground, but everybody is falling apart. So much damage out from that OD. Gabby trying to back away. Lul going to get chased. The stun is there. They don't have any way to chase the fight for more. I don't think that Entity want to keep battling. Although with the DD, maybe that's different. Oh, holy.
Oh, that started out so poorly for Azure, but then the attempt to try and get a little bit more there from Entity was punished rather swiftly. At least they only lose the ulti there from Gabby, not the Wraith King as well, as he goes back to farming. But once more, Stormstormer struggling to get anything really rolling in this game.
Has not been able to pull things together as much. Is getting closer to the Octarine core, and he has just been sort of that one that's starting the fights for them on decent terms, as Azure hoping to find somebody along the top side of the map. Gabby is over there. But
talk about a great use of an illusion rune, though. That could have been so much worse. Like, from their perspective on the side of Azure, they just see an Earth Spirit in the middle of nowhere, and he immediately BKBs, starts swinging. Like, of course you're going to.
Right.
So very well done there from Stormstormer. It seemed like they did suspect it, too, with the way they were positioning there. Chalice 800 HP.
Yeah, they got him. Easy connection for the kill. Does not have a way to deal with the silence at this point in time in the game.
Any Tormentors?
Good.
Kind of looked like they were thinking about it. I saw a ping there.
Courier has been killed.
I mean, and once the Wizard Room was taken and it didn't happen, I feel like the carry player is just gone. They're, you know.
Yeah.
they punch out on the clock. They're just like, I did, Ancients.
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.
Well, and in the meantime, they do end up losing their tower as well. So, mid lane down. Tier 1 still remaining. It's just the Radiant up top. As Azure holding on and nursing that lead, which again, it could kind of go either way at this point. Like, usually 4K gold lead at 20 minutes, you're feeling okay, but it's that Alk.
Yeah. Even these days, I feel like it's a pretty meager lead in the current patch of Dota at this point. And then with it being an Alchemist, like you said, it's we're just chilling. How are we looking in terms of, like, who can just burst somebody down in a fight? For me, it definitely feels like it's Azure. Like, I just see this OD, and I'm kind of terrified seeing how those last fights have gone.
Yeah. And the build that he has here too, right? He took the level 10 attack speed talent. He's going into the Dragon Lance next. He, like, on top of just being the crazy amount of damage coming from Arcane Orb, even just his right clicks are going to hurt. He's dealing 170 damage just at base. As Gabby shows up top by Lul, Radiance on Radiance. And now all the Skellies going to burn.
It's crazy because their mana pools are so low. on the Dire that it's like if he just gets a single Astrolof, it is so much damage right now.
They know he's there though. Entity walking up the hill. They're going to show up a second late. They might have an idea he's heading this way. Oh man, they're calling it. If they can find the OD, he's going to show on this wave right at the start. Somnus could be in a ton of trouble. Jump forward, stun. Can they bring him down in time? Is there any save at all? No. And now they decide and commit to the fight. A catastrophe for Azure instead. Oh my God! Lol, he blew him up. Do they have enough damage to bring the rest of them down? Oh dear God! Lul destroyed that fight. Looking now for more. Finds Gabby. The follow-up stun. Aux is fine. I'll do it myself. Don't need a Doom. Don't need an OD. Just give me the blood.
Oh, well, I think Somnus knows what that voice line means. I think he's figured that one out. Thank you, Val, for the translations to make sure we're all clear on everything. I think that may have been a mistake.
Oh,
I'm going to have to agree with that on that one.
Dude, I mean, the Phoenix too, and the damage there was insane. Even if you found that pick off. Oof.
It's just missing the whole team tipping Somnus, you know? Like, thanks, bud. Like, solid work there. I mean, you are just the juiciest piece of bait we've ever put out there in the middle of the lane.
Right? Oh, here, let's take a look
here
at
we
it.
go. Look, I mean, it costs so much, too. It's perfectly layered. Everything's easy. I'm thinking, like, what's the save here? What is this damage?
Oh, and then just so grouped together. Oh, my God. That is devastating. That's one of those moments where you just gotta love Dota, man. It looks like it's gonna go one way and it just falls apart.
That's one of those moments where I just think like, oh God, we all feel so stupid. It's like you're playing against a shaker and you just all get echoed and you're like, how? How do we let that happen?
Oh yeah. Hands off keyboard, hands off mouse. I'm dead for a while. Time to think about what I've done.
Dire's bottom tower is
Gosh, just so much damage. And that concoction radius is also hilarious. That's a fantastic talent. I think just 125 radius, radius big, you know? Yeah. Any little radius addition does a heck of a lot to your AoE.
And another talent that, you know, you're seeing from Elk here, the acid spray grants armor to allies. I mean, that's going to be pretty important in these fights. You look at what the majority of the damage is. I mean, obviously you have some mix with the Radiance and the Earth Spirit, but Terrorblade in particular, getting bonus armor against him, it's lovely.
Yeah, usually it's TB who historically has been seen as this good matchup versus the Alk because he has such high armor. And he's like, doesn't have to worry about the acid spray if they like laned against each other back in the day. And he's Alk's trying to flip it around a little bit here, helping out his friends between the Assault Crass as well as that acid to his allies. Life's just good. It's also amazing during a siege too, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You feel a little bit more comfortable.
Well, 17-17 with a 9K gold lead. And after that flurry of action, it does feel like Entity are on the back foot, just holding on, pushing these side lanes. They need to get into that next set of items before they think about a fight.
They got to figure out how to take these fights as well. I mean, you just 100-0'd their mid.
Yeah.
And then it went that poorly. So you got to think like, how do we make the fight look good? Because like when you're coming up with that dream situation of just like, all right, we're behind, but like, how do we win? That was kind of it.
Yeah. No, it's
so they got to reevaluate here. They got to get some vision, I guess, and be the main thing. Got to figure out where the key players are before these fights happen.
Well, and I guess the other thing too is, I mean, and it's so easy to say this in retrospect, but making sure that as those fights happen, you're not grouped for the big initiation, because the team fight and the AoE is pretty insane, particularly when they have like, you know, even this Doom with the War Stomp ready to go, you know?
Yeah, it's so hard though, because like, you know, look at how their damage is dealt. Like they kind of got to get in there.
Yeah.
Wow, this help things out. The sells the Wraith Band on Watson to pick up the BKB. And still have another 2 minutes here left on that Aegis, so not going to rush into anything in terms of a fight here from Entity. Splitting the map, getting some farm up, trying to get a BKB finished on Gabby as well, so you can actually take some swings in these battles. And Stormstormer's probably going to steal their Wisdom Rune.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold. Child Snap Wire coming.
And you get it. It's just trying to play a little bit more catch up here.
Yeah, I think he's out of here. Oh, they're going to lose both.
He's going to get doomed, and I think he's dead. Oh, man. These pickoffs, it hurts. Oh, no. Are they going to send more? Fishman's coming over. Lul, they show. He knows.
he gets
Jump
it, though.
forward, stun. Oh, Entity feeling a little bit discombobulated at this 28-minute mark.
That is truly painful.
That is one of those moments now for Azure where, I mean, you've sort of dealt with some of the most dangerous points of this game in a way. There still is a lot of room to grow too, it feels like. Like, OD still has double null talisman. He's eyeing up a sheep stick next.
I would really like to see the shard out from Chalice. I feel like it's kind of greedy to be saving up for it, or like to be waiting for the Tormentor, I assume.
Yeah.
Like, it seems insane, this game. For like, we've already seen how close they get.
BKB tries to dive away, gets the egg up on the high ground. Does a ton of damage to Gabby and just gets out. Now FY looking for the chase. Katomi TPs as soon as that Infernal Blade comes out, and they're able to dodge. So, well done getting away from that one.
He's almost down to the double digits of HP right there. That'll keep his farm going towards that Shivas that he wants instead. As Lonely Lou gets out of the mid lane there. Of course, still had a bit of time on the Aegis, so felt kind of brave. Didn't think they'd lock him down for too long as he picks up the Skull Basher on his way to the Abyssal.
Well,
And also has the Defiant Shell to work with here, too.
big moment. They spot Lul on the Terrorblade illusions, and they're already
They have
smoked
a
up
ward,
looking.
too.
Hunting.
Yeah.
Somnus, was he scouted? Entity.
Oh, they see the courier. They know Alk's still down there.
This could be good if they can find him. Oh, Watson breaks. Immediately rolls away. They know they get out. That ward on the far side of the river. It scouted them as they broke smoke. Vision.
That one's a bit tough.
It wins games.
I'm surprised they didn't try and play for that bottom ward. It ended up paying off, too. Like, the Alk courier went right through, and then Alk was there as well. But maybe just worried they wouldn't have the kill fast enough, pretty close to the tower, and saw that high value target immediately next to them too with that high ground ward they wanted to place down. They are going to lose it, of course. He's very common, just like smoke, plant the ward down, go for the immediate fight. And speaking of smokes into immediate fights, they're after it again here. FY is just doing his job, by the way. You know, getting this blink BKB, now back for the Boots of Barrack, like, he has one mission in this game.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to guarantee I get my ulti off onto somebody, preferably probably Stormstormer, because I feel like you don't want to deal with this whole like nuisance thing. Like, I mean, for now the BKBs are still pretty high, so maybe it's not too bad to let him go unchecked at the moment. But later on, specifically your OD, gonna get pretty annoyed when there's no BKB, because then the hero feels really bad if you're just being silenced up and controlled.
Absolutely. Well, and I think that control is something that they're going to have to get, right? Like, in a way, the way these fights have gone ever since that big kerfuffle bottom, it has just been pickoff after pickoff. And I don't know, with the exception of the smoke plays that have kind of messed up, it feels like Entity just have not been able to get anything going since that point. Constantly trying to dodge and get away from people. And it's reflected in the net worth. I don't know if they're going to be able to get another big movement going before the next Roche, which is a minute away from being able to respawn.
Chalice is almost into level 20 as well. This full Shiva's guard is insane versus this lineup. Like, I just feel like you're hitting everybody. Again, it's just more vision. The scouting is always super important. One of the best parts with the Shiva's guard.
The Lul answer of the Alk versus the Wraith King has been very good. He's gotten so much gold from these skeletons. Almost 500 last hits at 32 minutes.
Little downside, I guess, to this whole Skelly bro.
Yeah. Lul is completely alone over by the Roche pit. The rest of the team is cutting to him immediately, and
He's not acting like it.
Yeah.
He's just popping stun and, you know, come get me. His courier comes through with his Abyssal.
he spots Gabby, and Gabby just has to run away. There's no way he could do that. Dude, he doesn't care at all. He's running after him again.
Ooh, it's a pretty late spawn here, too.
2 minutes.
He's got his teammates following along. They're just hanging out. FY's got nothing better to do. Devours a creep every once in a while. Follows his alchemist. Life's pretty good. OD is a shield rune for 1500 HP, so no concerns there.
Entity grouping together again, looking like it might be time for another smoke play if they have one. I'm not sure. I guess that this is just how they have to group together. They don't feel confident because of the pickoff potential from FY.
Yeah, at least they're not super spread on Azure, so the XP gap isn't like immense, but every time I look at Entity, it does feel like they're kind of, you know, all balled up, but that's what you need. You know, you got to be ready for these opportunities if you manage to find one. Tianming, again, great job, just living in the trees. He's pretty much a Monkey King. Bit of a hopping around, staying out of vision the whole time, throwing out some dead shots.
Yeah. All right, well, they brought the smoke out now. It's time to go. Roche
Smoking into a scythe.
It's capable to spawn. This is the exact same place where that last fight went so terribly, and Azure is in position.
All right, what's the disaster here?
So one thing to think about, Roche is going to move in a minute.
Oh, Courier. There's smoke. Courier's going to go over them. That's going to let them know.
See it?
Are scanning.
Marta goes by.
Courier comes back.
Scanning.
I mean, so they want to hold this position for another 50 seconds. If they leave, I wonder if there's any way that...
They're going to do the full rotate up top and prep and set up there. Oh, no, we've seen teams do this before. Yeah, they're pinging it. So what you do is, in this exact situation, you just run top. Because the odds of the Roche spawning are, you know, you just play for top Roche instead. And that's what they're going to try and do.
If they go in right now to the pit, they're going to see that it's up and they're going to check.
Yeah.
So wait, no, stick around. It's right there. No, it's far. No. Oh, but they're still going to get the area.
It was 15 seconds. It would have been hard.
Yeah.
Plus, they're at your base.
Yeah.
Instead of running all the way up top, they're going to go knock on the door. They're going to force you to come back. All right. They're putting you in check a little bit here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. And then they're going to go and get the Roche on the other side. Dude, that's so crazy.
The tier 1 still being up versus the Wraith King. That's pain.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the tower pusher Zoo Man wasn't able to take your top tier 1, so the rotation to still cover top Roche is still really easy.
What could have been?
I don't think... Well, I mean, yeah, I guess if they actually all 5 hero just YOLO'd onto that Roche, they probably could have killed it.
Right.
Yeah, they definitely could have. Solar Crest, Venge.
Devastating. Well, that is going to be the Roche for Azure. Aegis Cheese in hand, level 20 on the OD with Scythe. They are so strong.
Did you see that dead shot going through as the Roche was dying?
Yeah.
Tianming wants that attempted steal so bad.
He picked himself in fantasy.
Yeah, someone. Oh, well, I was thinking someone. I meant the steal like someone tries to jump in and take it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And he's making sure he's doing like the mag coverage. You know, Earth Spirit rolls in there, immediately feared. Ooh, he looks so good in that highlight. That's a shot you throw out there just in case.
But I'm worth so much more.
In the moment, it is continuing to be Mo Dodge.
Middle tower is under attack.
And they are accelerating somewhat in terms of items for the Terrorblade. You know, he's trying to get towards the Lincoln Sphere next, has the still 9-second BKB on TB with MKB and the Scotty. It's just these other heroes that are kind of falling by the wayside in terms of farm, and Doom has become a
Radiant's
core.
courier has been killed.
Just try me.
Honestly, I'm surprised that he hasn't caught all the way up to Stormstormer. I feel like his farm has actually gotten surprisingly good considering how poorly his game started.
Oh, trying to go for a solo kill on Stormstormer, ends up self-stunning. The rest of the team coming over. It's going to take a second, but Watson is here. A timely bash, but now in further trouble. The roll forward low. He's going to fall, maybe. Okay, saved by OD. Somnus is off to the side. Everybody trying to retreat. He manages to get the blink out. Scabby backs away. The rest of them will too. A weird set of events.
Just let them know, you know. Stay on the high ground. We're going to farm the rest of the map here. You guys wait it out. There was an Ags picked up there from Fishman, so might see a bit of a surprise play there after the death.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
get additional stuns, spells off here. Always kind of helpful.
He wants to die now.
I feel like he's not going to get out of a fight, but maybe it'll happen. I feel like he's just going to die twice, but that's fine as long as you get off the spells.
Does he try and go for a swap play here? Yes, he will. Silence. Didn't have ulti. Lulu in trouble. Now this is going to be one death. Can they get any more? Watson is down to half HP, turns to fight. Somnus onto him. The Doom is there, and now he's got to run. I don't think he's going to be able to survive through this one. Katomi continuing to chase for more. Stormstormer gets hit with the Abyssal Blade, starts to fall. Fishman down, is back alive yet again. Have a longer duration control. TB is back alive though, has Sunder ready. The dead shot hits him in the fountain. As Fishman is there, looking forward for more. Gabby onto him. BKB is already there. Do they have enough damage? Can they bring down Watson in time? He's starting to fall. He gets killed. No, he gets the Sunder off. He's away. Oh my God. He was able to get out of there for the little bit at least. They get the damage now out, but no, it won't be enough. Stormstormer controlled. And now on to Tianming. Gabby, the Aghanims was not enough, as everybody still is going to end up falling. 4 dead. Terrorblade buys back immediately. TP's onto FY. Gets stomped. Ooh, can they kill him? They've already killed off Gabby. Needs a stun. They find it. So FY is going to go down, and Lul falling shortly. They have quite enough to kill him. Swap stun. He's regenning. Watson was close, and now Lul's getting away. Oh
the
no!
Defiant Shell.
Not like that.
It's just stunning illusions trying to attack him.
Oh,
send him back.
Bounty.
All right, what about Tianming? See, he's gonna go down. Snipe. Oh, looking like a Tianming dead shot right there. It's like, I feel you, bro. It's not that easy.
Oh. I mean, both teams end up gaining some gold, but I mean, the fact that they didn't get a tier 3 tower is kind of crazy.
Radiant's middle
They were,
tower is under attack.
in quite close proximity to the fountain, considering that, I will say.
Oh man, I don't even know.
Is that a Radiant gem? Because they... Oh, no, there's a Radiant ward, I see. Okay, oh no, is he going to steal it?
Is under attack.
Oh, Vengeance Courier got there first. Oh, there was no Radiant Courier. Oh, okay. I thought he was getting real sneaky.
We did see the value in that of the Wraith King Aghanims, though. You know, Terrorblade able to deal out so much more damage because, you know, even though he died, he was still able to just beat away at people.
Well, he gets a little bit more help there as well after his Aghanim's Scepter. He'll get an Aghanim Shard. He was eyeing that up for quite a while in the stash, so this instead will probably be gold towards what I assume will be the Refresher. That has been a very common build on these Wraith Kings with the Aghanims. But it's a long road from here.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's true. He has to synth first. Yeah, that's a long road. He's got the synth queued up.
It's going to be a while. There's no way, nothing easy about it. Watson did have a Rapier queued up, but swaps that out now for a Daedalus. So not feeling that things are too terrible, I guess. And Luz, you know, going towards the Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, speaking of Aghanim's Grant, he has gifted one to the OD here.
Right.
Yeah. So this is the weirdest thing about an OD. So you have to, like, if you haven't played against OD in a while or played OD in a while, you kind of have this strange way you have to take the fights versus OD because of this Essence Flux thing. It's kind of like an Aeon Disc idea. You get a strong Dispel, and then you get this like barrier thing that happens. And so this works in combination with your ulti. So the idea is that if you're like super low and you get a chance to throw your ulti, maybe you astral imprison yourself, then the mana allergy, if people are casting spells in the team fight, are going to help regen you back up. Right? It's all, see, it all connects. It's kind of that idea here.
Most simple Dota hero ever.
Yeah. The text, man.
If you haven't played Dota in a while, OD is one of those ones that he's gone through the ringer. I want my simple little alchemist, you know? Hop on in, hit some creeps, gobble them up. But yeah, basically what you're saying is that, you know, it is significantly harder to kill Somnus now. That's the long and the short of it, yes?
It's just really annoying to fight this hero.
Well, 25-20. We'll see if Entity can come up with an answer. The plus side for them, at the very least, is that they have not lost the tier 3 tower yet. And it's hard to go high ground against a Terrorblade. There is a ward in their base dropped down by Tianming in that last fight. Haven't been able to get that one taken away yet. But you got to imagine Azure, they're going to be waiting for that next Aegis, which is capable of respawning in another minute. And Watson continues to farm towards That Daedalus needs the
towards
expertise.
infinity.
Right.
I feel like I've just been looking for items, trying to find an answer here.
Radiant's top
Yeah, I mean, it's like, oh, 9-3-4. Like, you know, Watson's kind of owned it.
Right.
And he has played well, but it's just no fight has ever felt like things were going their way. This game has not felt like it was really within their reach for quite a while. That said, you know, it was kind of chill for like 20 minutes, but once it flipped, it hasn't really felt like there was much chance of it heading back. It's mostly just an issue of like how difficult it is to win a team fight. Between the layers, like you have to be so pointed with your movements here from Entity and how you fight inside of these. And again, with that additional layer now of the Essence Flux passive being there, it's all these little things have to go right for you. But what a cool thing that you do have, though, of course, is this Wraith King Ags, which you got to see in the base fight.
Yeah.
But out here in the wild and with Avenge Ags, like they've definitely made a good way of like messifying their own engagement style, because now people are just gonna die and like still cast their spells.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
I mean, there's a lot of things that are going to be really interesting about this next fight, because I think one of the big things is do Entity respect how strong this Essence Flux ends up being, leaving OD for last, but they're going to walk right in. FY, he's going to see him, smoke breaks, they immediately spot, stun, roll in onto both of them. Somnus immediately hexes, is going to destroy Stormstormer. He didn't get a chance to do anything, but Lul still in some trouble himself. No, he's not at all. Gabby turns, wants to run. They all need to get out, although Chalice is a little bit out of position with Fishman and Watson onto it, but Lul turns with the stun, and now just destroying this Terrorblade, these Arcane Orbs. He gets the Sunder off to the side. Good damage out. Watson's still in trouble, getting close to OD. He's going to get the heal up in a moment. They have enough left in the tank. Watson is reigning supreme throughout all of this. They find the OD down to the south.
There's
he
the
gets the mana
barrier.
barrier, but he had no mana. Now the turn, a couple more hits. Somnus found, Somnus down. Watson on this Terrorblade carrying Entity.
Oh my goodness, stop about how hard it is to bring one person down. All the damage. They spent so much. They tried so hard, and only a buyback there from Fishman as well. The multiple lives coming in huge. And it's so much attention that was placed as well in Stormstormer at the start of that fight. He actually was rolling out in his like reincarnated form. He managed to come back in at the exact moment that OD lost BKB2, which was huge.
Oh, and now FY, he's going to be found. Watson gets a little cleanup and now turns. Manta dodges the stun and off to the races. All gone. Yo, he's just a god. A double gem on that courier.
Yeah, and I think that's no gem now for the Radiant side here as they move into the Refresher Shard Roche. Gabby not able to buy one. Times are tough. So Roche will hand them one. We'll see if he's the one who gets it.
I mean, I feel like we just had a repeat of what happened earlier in the game, right? You have this great fight where Stormstormer goes down from the point of view of Azure, and just the carry comes in and kills everybody else. But now, Refresher Shard Aegis, this game, while still an enormous gold lead, I feel like has turned significantly.
Radiant's middle tower.
Part of it too is the fight should get harder for Azure the greater the mobility is for the Dire, and part of the mobility comes from things like Fishman's Agnum Scepter, but like the double swap idea if you die after it, just like the four staffs together from Kataomi too, because like the more spread the fights are, the less like guaranteed moves you get with the Ag, with the Sandy's Eclipse. Try and make things very chaotic, as well as the fact that there's just like multiple lives too, which can make it a bit hard to use these big ultis where they're supposed to like win the whole fight, but right now there's like 1.5 fights because of these ghouls running around. Yeah. Plus then you got Muerta throwing down the calling, and I can't even tell what's a hero and what's a ghost that's just circling and silencing people because they're all the same color. Plus if you get hit by the dead shot, you also turn that color. It's kind of confusing, frankly.
Yeah, and Chalice now has Ags passed over from the Alchemist. I don't know, man. These fights are going to depend so much on the correct vision, but I think from the player's point of view too, it's got to be so complicated what you do. I guess the big thing is like finding Terrorblade in these fights for Watson. That's one of the most important things to do. If they can bring down Watson, that'd be huge. But now he has the Aegis.
It's going to be so hard to tell what the right move is for a save.
Yeah.
In all of this. Like, when am I supposed to astral somebody, or should I just wait? Like, are we gonna try and use the egg with the sun right here? We got 2 eggs happening.
Right.
When am I going to dive and grab someone inside the supernova?
Well, and I mean, Phoenix being a core in this game too, having the Timeless Relic, you also don't just want to be using the eggs for save. You want to be using that in the Sunray for damage. You really do need that deep out of the rest of them. I have another
There's
refresher.
so many spells.
I don't even know, man. This is going to be insane.
Yeah, it's actually just total chaos at this point.
Regeneration.
Got to keep an eye on that mana allergy as well with all these bigger spells coming out here to see if OD just is getting big heals and, of course, big damage as well.
Right. So again, for anybody that's been out of Dota for a little while, when you pop Sanity's Eclipse, it's not just the damage it does damage based off of the damage or the spells that the enemy team casts, and it heals up OSD for that too. FY, they get a great vision down. They find Gabby right at the start. Will it be enough? Lul onto him already. The egg dealing out a ton, and they need to, well, maybe be careful on the side of Azure as they're slowed down a bit. Doom connects onto Stormstormer, but Watson left unimpeded. They're all over him, but Somnus, he finds them onto Watson. Sunder, is it going to be enough? They're just laying into him. Somnus is doing so much in this fight. Chalice, the second supernova, they didn't stand a chance. They're all over him. Somnus gets another banishment connection and will find more. Gabby to fall. They turn and try and take down the Muerta. Some blade mail doing some work as well. But Somnus pops that refresher, tries to walk away, will survive. A great fight for Azure.
It refreshes immediately into the other Essence Flux as well there, I believe.
Wow, that was gnarly.
Yeah, double safety there. And yeah, that time the TB didn't have free reign. I mean, even in the last fight, he didn't actually do that much damage, right? Like, part of the thing is he can only output so much, but it's really the Scotty that's helping a ton versus that Alchemist to ensure that that damage will actually matter versus this hero. And so the lower damage the TB is doing, the worse the fight generally is, because, you know, maybe he's like applying less of the Scotty right there. The heals are coming through everywhere else. Same thing versus the OD too, with the natural healing that's happening there.
Yeah. Well,
this one core just can't do it all.
They also have the Ags on Earth Spirit, so this might be a time to try and grab somebody. Maybe a Venge swap into Earth Spirit. Enchant Remnant.
All right.
That might be the play. I think they're going for it right now. Rolls, catches them, turns him into it, kicks it back under. Do they have enough left in the tank? FY, he says no. They get him into the fountain for only a moment. Fishman now in trouble, needs to get back in. They get the Abyssal Blade connection, can't get away. Rolling, they're not doing it. They don't have enough, and now no Venge for 70.
It was the only play. It's, you know, I see it time and time again. It's a beautiful one, but it has been weakened quite a bit recently.
That is a big one for Azure as the bottom racks are claimed. 15 seconds until Terrorblade. I don't know if he can do it alone, though. This is tough.
I think every fight is kind of him alone, so it's, you know.
Okay, fair.
They definitely can't do it without Terrorblade, that I will say.
Roll
you go back
good
to
blink, good hack.
fight.
They're playing it. Enchant Remnant to get himself out. Now Supernova. Gabby has to run away. They can't
There are
fight
too
into
many
that.
pips. I mean, I don't have a hero that can kill that.
It's way too much. They roll in again with Stormstormer. Gonna try and kick them back, do what they can. BKB, but the Doom is already out. They start laying into him. Watson on high ground. What can he do? Pops BKB, tries to beat into FY, tries to take down Lou. Lou starts to fall. It is enough. Managed to get that kill. Can they find any more doomed up Stormstormer in ghost form? The dead shot connects now onto Terrorblade as they hunt down Chalice. Coming close to finding him. Buyback now onto Stormstormer. Can they get a couple more kills on the outside of this? Gabby there for the stun. Now looking for more. The roll, the swap. Somnus is up here to the north. Trying to find him, but it doesn't look like Stormstormer is going to be able to connect. And that's Megas.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the big thing, of course. They're not too worried about that. They throw Lou in. There's some buybacks here. They want to give themselves the Megas. Do you run it down?
Okay.
That's the question. I mean, you know, this meta, there's only a quarter of it left. TP without meta, not that scary. They give the Arcane Rune to Stormstormer. I think they're going for the big one. The big push. Yeah, there we go. Refresher. Okay, good. This is how you got to do it.
Yeah. What can they do, though? Fear, Fishman. They need to look for a pick off here. It's not
Deso on the Grimstroke. Let's go.
They're trying to eat him. No, he kicked him the wrong way. Oh, no. I didn't get him. FY though.
Wait,
They got him
wait.
controlled. Maybe it was the right play. Lou jumps in. They find one kill. Grimstroke gone. Gabby gone one time. Will he go down again? His egg is there. They try and back out with the rest of the team. Watson
Okay, TV
still
refresh.
ready to go. They don't know about the refresher though. Jump in. Somnus onto him. Can they blow him up in time? Stormstormer, he ends up healing up. He survived through it. Can they bring down Somnus? Starts to land. Watson onto him. Burning through mana. The Glimmer Cape keeps him alive. They don't have enough left in the tank. They lose Gabby. Buyback comes from Gabby. Needs to defend the base. Throne. Tier 4s exposed.
Dire's middle tower.
They need
That was
to
kind of sick,
retreat.
though. The lurking Terrorblade after the refresher. Trying to find something for the team, but can't quite get it done.
Yeah, it's not looking like they got enough here. They have to do so much on the side of Entity to pull this one back. Watson could think about a rapier at this point. Does still have buyback though. Man, what a game.
They're gonna need quite a few items and try and solve these problems there. I mean, got level 25 Muerta now with the additional Revenants, and they have just been so annoying in these fights. Great positioning and placement. With a telescope too to help with the team. E-Blade finished up here now from FY. Okay.
My goodness.
Got no buyback anyway, he says. Oh, Octarine Core. Okay, cool. We're just getting everything on these heroes now.
I mean, yeah, if you don't have buyback, why not?
These inventories are actually disgusting on the Radiant.
They're
You just like click through in every hero. It's just like, my goodness. And there's moon shards out there. He's dishing out the Aghanim scepters from this alchemist. Now he's got a refresher orb done. Okay, cool.
I just saw that Grimstroke, in his desire to end the game, bought a Deso.
Yeah, that was sick. He bought it as they were like approaching the high ground.
So put that in your bag for later. See if it ends up coming into fruition. Oh, Gabby. They will see and find him. Going to drop. Oh, he blinks too. He's gone. There's no way out. Oh, swap. That helps. Okay, Fishman down. No Fishman for this fight. Stormstormer rolls away.
Oh.
Wow.
Almost forced out a BKB, or perhaps even killed him, honestly. The potential Abyssal.
Did get 25, the Magnetize Undispellable, but Azure Ray want to move in through the upper bracket, come out to a 1-game lead in this series. We'll see if they have what it takes. Incredibly hard defense with the double ult, double hex from OD that's now up. Has refresher ready. Lou's gonna start this one off. They drop the calling down, roll forward, finds him. Magnetize out, this is undispellable. They pop the egg. Stormstormer trying to do what he can, needs to back out, but the Abyssal Blade is there. He is going to drop all in onto the throne. They're gonna pop Clip. It is starting to do some good damage. Gabby there right on top of him. Can they go in for more? Tries to do it, but the throne exposed. Somnus turns now onto Gabby, takes him down once. They have that much left in the tank. Chalice full HP again. Will roll forward onto both of them, buyback onto Terrorblade. But as they... are they actually going to back out?
Get him out!
Are they
Push him
actually
out!
backing out of this? Somnus gives a triple kill. They're just waiting for him to
Watson,
die.
Watson.
Runs back in, goes for the break, goes for the bash, and ultra kill. Somnus gets the rampage. And Azure Ray with that are going to take game number 1.
Oh, he went all for it there. I love that. 41K lead in the end.